Hey guys, FitByCourt. Let's talk about pain management. And in this case, we're specifically going to talk about joint mobility, right? As we lose mobility in the joints from injuries, fascia, stiffness, not moving enough, anything, whatever it is, we end up with that stiffness in the joints, and it really starts to sacrifice everywhere, especially through our joints that are really designed to be mobile. So let's say the ankle, right? We're really designed to have a lot of mobility there. If we start out with, let's say, an injury in that ankle, eventually the body's going to look for that mobility elsewhere. So if it's an acute injury and it kind of heals up and we move on, right, not a cause for major concern. But when we start getting those chronic issues of lack of mobility, we start to see issues in other areas. So again, if we lose mobility in the ankle, the body will start to look for mobility, let's say in the knee, that next joint up, which is really supposed to be more of a stabilizing joint. And that's how a lot of times we end up injuring the knee. And it could just be not from an injury in the ankle, but let's say stiffness and tightness in the hips, right, from sitting all the time. And then we go and we start to have injuries in the low back. So we're going to go step by step. We're going to break it down each joint at a time. Right now, we're just going to talk about waist up, the upper body, okay? So we're going to start with the fingers. They're designed to really be mobile. What I want you to do is take the hands and kind of curl the fingers in. So you see I'm using that top part first. So that I hit every knuckle on the way down, curl it in, right? Make a nice little fist, and then slowly open it up. Nice and slow and controlled, curl it in, open it up. And we're going to do about 5 of each. If you've got any elbow or shoulder issues and we need to lower the hands down, right, we can even do it at our sides. Slowly open, slowly close. 2 more. And open, last one. Perfect. And we're going to kind of go one at a time, just contagion down, one finger at a time. I'm kind of circling through the thumb. Beautiful. Perfect. Then we're going to take the fingertips and we're going to straighten the arm out. So the arm needs to be fully straight here, and slowly pull the fingertips back. We're going to take one fingertip at a time and just kind of pull it in. And spread the rest of the fingers out. Beautiful. When I get to the thumb, I kind of pull it back and slightly in. And then maybe those fingers again, open and close. Switch over to the other side. Again, the arm is nice and straight. One finger at a time. So you're also getting that nice little stretch on the back of the forearm right now as well. So the joints and the muscles, of course, really everything kind of works together. But we're really specifically talking about getting more mobility through our joints right now. Then you're going to take each finger, kind of hold on to the end, and just give it a little shake, side to side, and up and down, side to side. All right. Just kind of loosening up those hands. We spend a lot of time on keyboards and iPads and iPhones and all that stuff, so we're really starting to develop some issues, arthritis, whatnot, through the hands, all right? So that's the hands. We're going to move up into the wrists, and like I said, we're just going to go joint by joint. I want to start out again with a little bit of a stretch here. You'll need a table, a chair, or you can come all the way down on the floor. You've probably seen us do this in yoga if you're following along over there. So we'll take the hands, we'll press them. Let me come right up here for you. We'll press them into the chair with the fingertips back towards the body. So now we're getting that full movement through the wrist here. Good. Then we'll flip it over, take the knuckles together, tops of the hands to the earth, or in this case, the stool. Take a little breath and then reach it up. So again, now you're getting a stretch, but you're also getting that flexion and extension through the wrist. You can kind of go back and forth. Or you can just hold that stretch. But right now, again, we're focusing on joint mobility. So that back and forth movement. will serve you a little better. All right, excuse me. From there, again, if you've got any shoulder problems and you need to leave the hands down, that's fine. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to put them up here so you can really see what's happening. We're going to go up, kind of send the knuckles up, and then send the knuckles down. All right, so again, up and down. Beautiful. Then we're going to go side to side. So you can go both ways, or you can kind of go in and out. Doesn't matter. Just get that full back and forth. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the hands, we're going to interlace the fingers, and we're going to draw figure eights with the knuckles. So sweeping down and around, right? This one will take a little bit to kind of get used to, find the rhythm. These are great movements for sitting at your desk all day. Now, a little tricky, we're going to go back the other way. Make sure we get both sides. Beautiful. And hear those little tiny clicks. The body's designed to sublex itself, right? But our muscles get so tight, meaning it's designed to kind of adjust itself. When we can loosen up those joints and loosen up those muscles, you'll start to hear those little pops. Again, I'm not a doctor. Listen to your body. Be careful. Be aware. No pain. But those little kind of adjustment sounding pops are usually a good sign. Okay? Take the circles all the way one way and all the way the other way. Beautiful. So we've moved through the fingers and the wrist. We're going to migrate our way up to the elbow. So again, this is more of a stabilizing joint here, so it doesn't have as much dexterity. We don't have as many options for movement. So we're going to start and simply go out and in. Again, if we have a shoulder problem, right, we can go out and in from here, all the way up and all the way down, kind of like a bicep curl, right? But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to stand right here. We're going to pull them in and out. So flex, extend. Beautiful. So let's talk about flexion, extension, contraction, and lengthening. We flex and extend the joints. We contract and lengthen the muscle, right? So we're flexing and extending through each joint right now. So from here, sometimes it's easier if you kind of grab hold of this tricep just to stabilize so that you don't find the circles through the shoulder. I really want you to find the circle through the elbow, right? So, and actually before we do that, we did here, let's go like this. Take it up and kind of twist down, center, out, center, right? Again, not through the shoulder, but here and here. Just to kind of prepare for that circle, right? And then that circle, you want to take it, you want to bring it in as close to the shoulder as possible and circle it all the way out and around, right? Again, you don't have to hold the tricep. That's just to help kind of teach the body to stabilize and disassociate that shoulder and function straight on the elbow. All right, other way. And when you feel comfortable, for saving time purposes, right, we can actually do both of them at the same time. And other way. Perfect. All right, fingers, wrists, elbows. Now we get to the complicated spot, right, the shoulders. There's a whole lot more to do here. This is a mobile joint and a stabilization joint. We've got that full range, that full ball and socket, right? Lots of things going on here. Lots of injuries that we see in the shoulders as well. So let's start nice and easy. We're going to shrug up and down. We're going to just take it up and straight back down. So take it as high as you can up towards those ears and then as low as you can, right? Stabilizing through the belly, all the core nice and strong. Up, down. Good. Now we're going to take it front to back. Shoulders front, shoulders back. Pardon me for the jet noise. We live under the flight line. Last one. Good. Now we're going to take full circles. So you're combining kind of the up and down and the front to back. If the circles seem to be a little too much, if the coordination isn't quite there, stay focused on the up and down and front to back for a while, and then you can start to coordinate in those circles. So squeezing up and around. Beautiful. Other way. Perfect. Now we're going to take the palm out to the side. Some of us, again, have so many injuries that we may not be able to get parallel with the earth. So maybe just taking it down here, keeping it low. But you're going to turn palm up as high as you can and turn palm down and back as high as you can, right? So if it's out here to the side, up and down. You can start to add that shoulder, kind of rotate it in and rotate it out. And when you're feeling really comfortable, right, you can take both at the same time. But again, all that's happening is palm up, palm down. And that may be it for right now, right? How that palm just goes straight up and straight down. Eventually, you can kind of almost turn the palm back. And I can turn that palm all the way up and over, right? That may come with time. Listen to your body and slowly work through it. Now, I don't have a wall here, but let's pretend this is a nice little imaginary wall that lines up with these guys here. You're going to take your heels all the way up against a wall. Put as many points of contact on that wall as possible. Try and keep the heels, the calves, the butt, as much of the back associated with the wall. Then we're going to take the elbows, we're going to pull them right into your sides. And again, you want to try and slide the hands, the elbows, everything with the arms up against that wall. So as you lift up, right, you want to see if you can, again, still maintain that contact with the wall through the elbows. Opening up, you'll actually get a nice little stretch to the lat as well. All the way down, all the way up. You're simply sliding up and down the wall, trying to maintain as much contact as possible. Beautiful. Last one. Perfect. Then we're going to just talk about kind of a full arm circle through the shoulder here. So again, if we need to, we take little circles and we slowly start to develop those circles bigger and bigger until we find that range of motion, right? But for just showing you here, what we're working towards is being able to get as full of a circle as possible. Right? If you need to, again, you can go back to that wall and start to use the wall to assist you in that alignment with the shoulder. Right? Good. Or we can do both. And then after we go maybe 5 to 10 one way, we take it and circle it the other way. Again, listen to your shoulders, listen to your neck. If it's too much, dial it back. Beautiful. Let it go. All right, one last one here, working through the full range of motion of the shoulder. This is kind of a physical therapy technique that I've picked up over the years. So I'm going to turn around so you can get kind of the full view of it here, because this one's a little tricky. We're going to take the hand. Imagine there's a hot bowl of soup in this hand, so we do not want to spill that soup. All right, we take it right out to the side. Some of you have seen this in my classes before. Take the hand behind the head. Sweep it around, that elbow's out, right? Now here's the tricky part, that wrist has to come under, don't spill that soup. Take it underneath the armpit and all the way back around. Again, this is a more advanced move. If this doesn't work for your shoulder, listen to your body. Consult your physician if you have any issues at all, right? But this will help develop more range of motion for you. So working through it as much as possible, around, underneath. It's kind of a multi-movement here. We got the wrist and the elbow and the shoulder, all of it involved together. All right, now we're going to spiral it the other way. Take it underneath first. Sweep it around, keep that stoop up in front of the head. Good. And again, you may need to watch this one a few times. It'll take a little while to get the hang of, all right? But this was something for me that really helped my shoulder. Perfect. I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to turn around just to give you both views of it. So that left hand out. Most of us aren't left-handed, so this gets even trickier with the brain. But take it behind and sweep it around. Beautiful. Take it underneath the other way, under the armpit first. Sweep it around, kind of chicken move that elbow. Beautiful. Shake it out, let it go. So again, fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders. We worked through that whole upper body, each individual joint. Right? There will be separate videos for lower body and for the full spine as well. I want you to take your time, really work through these movements. This is something you can do every single day. It's something you can do multiple times a day to start to find more space in your body, right? It's not just the muscles we have to focus on. We find those stiff, achy joints as we age. They really start to wear on us, right? So finding that mobility through the joints, as well as clicking over to that yoga section and finding that space through the muscles, right? And we have more information on foam rolling and everything in our pain management section. Thank you guys so much. I hope this helps you, and please stay in touch. Let me know how you're feeling. Have a great one.